My relation with my dad is so where we are with my dad now is we get along. Like, I know his role, but I know he's struggling to fit into my life because a lot of the love he's offering me right now is a love that I needed for the 5-year-old. So I didn't. So
he can't relate to 28-year-old.
Yeah, for sure, because he won't see me as a 28-year-old.
Okay, but that's fine. Now, what I want to bring it back to the book, and I want to say that where parents are like, I have my child, that we have our relationship is dead, or not dead, but this is the mess currently. How can they, from Dear Black Parents, now go about?
I can see
attempting to fix that.
Yeah. What Dear Black Parents is gonna do for someone who's gonna pick it up and it's going to say, what could be the issue? You know, that's what it's going to do, because
it's gonna help
you guide,
to figure
because
out.
It's gonna help you sort of give you an idea of what could be the issue between my child and I. Where did I go wrong? What could be, because it gives language to the parent to know what's going on, and it gives language to the child to be able to voice out what's going on, right? And from there, then you're gonna have to do the work. You're gonna have. So
your dad finished reading Dear Black Parents.
My dad finished reading Dear Black Parents, and he took it in, and the difference between my dad and my mom is my mom was willing to talk about it, my dad wasn't. And also a very important thing for the child who wants to have a relationship with your parents is that
you have to understand your parents.
Yeah, you have to understand your parents, and they might just not be ready. And
they might never be
ready. And sometimes you have to know, Uguti, I could have read the Maya Angelou book and tried it with my mom and then realize I'm never going to have. So you have to know your parents' capacity. There is a reality of you're never going to have that relationship. So accept it for what it is.
It's not a loss also.
It's not a loss. No. It's the, okay, gunje, but let me now enjoy it for what it is. So same now with my dad. With my dad is I have to enjoy what's gonna. He's gonna want to wash my car. He's gonna want to see to the. That's our relationship, and I can't want it to be more than that, because that would be cruel.
Okay. No, I get it. I really get it. So, did we talk about your healing as an author? Uguti, obviously, when you write Dear Black Parents, and you are saying these kids, they say things like how I can relate.
Yeah, for sure.
When did you? But you're still healing.
Yeah, for sure. Healing is it's
continuous. It never ends.
It's continuous. It never ends. I'm definitely still healing, and writing heals me. Writing heals me. It continues to do so. Whenever I sit down to write, it washes me. It's like the book washes me, and the pain, I feel it first, and as I articulate it, it's like that hits a nerve inside of me as well.
Okay.
I'm angry, and so I had to when I was writing certain chapters, I had to go, I'm angry about this as well, but let me just take a moment and be compassionate.
Now, Ms. Chulo, you are always, and this is not the reality for some of us as people. You are always taking the high road. You are always,
when they go low, I go high. I am always taking the high road. Honestly, I am, and it's not a reality for all of us. But it's not that we can't. I always take the high road, because what is my teaching? My biggest teaching to everyone who's been in my classroom will know. I say it's not personal. That's why I take the high road. Everything doesn't matter how personal it feels. People are only loving you from where they're at. People are projecting. They're causing you pain because that's where they're at. So now if I'm going to make your thing my thing, I take the high road every time, because I go, it's not personal. It is not personal. People can only do what they can do depending on where they are at. Now, if I can bang my head and make myself miserable and
that's
scream
only
and
affecting
kick,
your quality of the life,
and then it's only going to affect the quality of my life. people can only do what they can do based on where they're at. So that's why I take the high road in friendships. I take the high road. I'm a high school teacher. Children offend me. Teenagers offend me. I take the high road. I take the high road in romantic relations. I take the high road because I know it's never personal.
It's hard.
Over my word.
It's hard.
My word. So this is going to sound very offensive. I take the high road so that I don't pick up any bottle. I don't sniff anything through my nose. So that I don't inject anything. I take the high road. Because I run healed and loved, I have to take the high road.
Okay. Well, we'll just, we're trying to be better people, so we'll learn. We are learning.
If I'm going to heal other women, it's not going to be because I'm bitter. And Sena, I must say this also. This is important that I say. And I've met a lot of bitter, angry women. Smart, phenomenal, but bitter.
Does bitterness make them mean?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Absolutely. Bitterness takes away the nurturing spirit.
And women are nurturers.
In our core.
That's who we are.
And that's the thing. And I go take the high road because that thing is going to grow and it's going to become a bitter thing. And this woman that I'm fighting, I fight bitterness. I fight it. I fight bitterness. I fight meanness. I fight it within myself. Because I say to Shaga all the time, I say, Shaga, I would rather be known as a humble woman than if being phenomenal and brilliant will lead me to being bitter. I don't want it. So, yeah. Yeah.
No, we are learning. We will be those women. We are becoming.
When they go low, go high. Michelle Obama. That's a Michelle Obama quote.
Okay, so you have equipped the parents
Yeah.
with this beautiful gift. We are now living in an age where everything is defined, especially like our mental vocabulary just expanded. Those aren't the only things that children will be bringing to their parents, because I feel like things that are highlighted are negligence from the parents' side. And what of when your child is dealing with serious mental things? Because now, and I feel like children must understand this, especially because you teach you're referring to high school children. They must understand it's not going to be only a thing of the whole burden. Only your parents must do this. The do you mention that? You make mention of that. So the children do have a responsibility.
Yeah, for sure. Let's talk about children bringing certain things. There's a chapter there on God. My child doesn't want to go to the church, doesn't want to believe in this God that we all believe in.
Ngoba manje, and I'm so sorry to cut your point, black parents will be like, fine, if I open this door and I'm vulnerable to my child, what about the discipline door? What about there's a boundary? Got you.
So when it comes to children bringing things, they see a friend of mine said, you can't force me to accept what I can't accept. I want to maybe we can make a better example. The new edition is talking on homosexuality.
Okay.
I'm coming to my parents and I say, I'm a homosexual, and they are going over my dead body. It could never happen.
I like it.
Not in this house. Here we need two people to be understanding. Even I, who's being told, not in my house. So unfair to expect them to accept and receive my homosexuality with grace. That's not fair. That is not fair. Especially if really they're going, it's not natural. It's a sin. You're going straight to hell. So now we have to meet common ground. There are things. There's a quote that I used for homosexuality by Maya Angelou in the new edition, where Maya Angelou says, in a family, sometimes no one's right and no one's wrong. It just is. And that's exactly, we have to get to a place where you as a child, give me room to deal with this issue that you're now bringing to the table, how I will deal with it.
Okay.
So then you as a child now there'll be a lot of moments where you have to take the high road, because angaz, you will have to, my anger, my frustration, my you going to hell, at the core, it's a fear of like what's gonna happen to you, you know.
It's love.
At the core, it's love. But again, like we were saying earlier, it's love that doesn't know how to express itself.
Oh, because I was watching. What was I watching? Best Man. The final chapters. Did you watch it?
Yes, I did.
The series?
No, not the series.
So they have a series now. It's the final chapters.
I thought you said the movie where that lady has the cancer.
It is that movie.
Okay.
But the last one, they made it into a series.
Oh, okay.
8-part series, small. And Lawrence, the basketball player, his son, LJ, is queer.
Okay.
So he had to navigate that. And that's really what you're explaining. That is what happened. The thing of he was like, not in my house. And the guy was like, oh. So I get you. It is looking hopeful for parents and children. It doesn't have to be the way that it is.
Yeah, for sure.
There is so much growth that is possible. I feel like if both parties are willing, I definitely do want to say that children are responsible, and also at the core it has to be respect. Me as a parent, I know respect, but now, and this is for the parents also have to respect children.
Yeah.
And I don't know why, but it always comes as an afterthought, especially to us.
Parents have to respect children so that the child can have an inbuilt self-respect. But also, let us now, as a community, as a black community, this is my toxic black brain. This is my little toxicity black brain is, I do believe in our hierarchy when it comes to elders.
Okay.
Because to me, and here, listen to me, why I have to respect you more. You've lived more, you know more, you've been through some things.
Absolutely.
There are certain issues that are not going to affect me because you took the beating for it.
Basically, I laid down
for you. Laid down your life for me, and for the mere fact that you, so as my, yes, and this is what I say a lot. I say this all the time. I say this every time when I post a Christmas message. I'll say, a lot of the times it breaks my heart when on Twitter people say, oh, families are so toxic, so toxic. And I go, yes, they are. Yes, they are. I'm not running away from that. Maybe your grandmother's toxic. Maybe I'm not running away from that. Aunt is toxic. I'm not running away from that. And that might be true. But the truth is, there are people that lay down their life
so that today can be the way
it is. There are things and issues you don't know about, you know nothing about, that they had to go through just to keep their family standing. And the truth is, this is very dark. And the truth is, if you were to lose your mind right now, you know who's going to pick you up? Family. That toxic aunt, family. That toxic grandmother. That's who's going to clean up after you. And
really, we are like that.
And if you were to give birth and die, you know who's going to look after that child? Exactly. Mm-hmm. So I'm very much on. I'm saying extend grace. Do start. There will be, what I also love about black family is there does come a time where when you live your life, as you start to get into the table of becoming an elder, they do start to make a little room for you.
They do.
They really do. And then you decide what type of an elder are you going to
become.
That's
yes.
it.
And you know what's funny is when they make room for you in the table, and all the things that you were looking at from outside the window, you are in it now, and you're like, "How? Yes, it's not even that big a deal."
And this is the thing. This is the thing I always say to Shaka. Shaka, every day as you become an adult, you meet adults. Adults we question. Adults will go, "How? Why do you?" And then, but you will find yourself in the spot where you have to make a decision. What type of an adult am I going to be now? And then, because this is my issue though, we say our families are so toxic, and then we just turn the mirror a little bit and we look at you, and a lot of the times
you are the same.
You are absolutely. A lot of the times now when you open your mouth, you spew poison. Death comes out of that mouth. A lot of the times. And it's like, so while you going busy calling family toxic, a lot of the times you are that. Because you haven't chosen the high
to
road.
be a different adult.
That's it. And so how you choose to be a different adult is you don't run away and go become a different adult elsewhere.
La.
La.
You're gonna be
this,
effective.
You're gonna be effective. La. And then you go, okay, I see how everybody else works in this family. I see everybody else does it, and you go, I'm gonna start kancane. I'm gonna do it a little bit differently.
What is, and really we are now almost wrapping up, what is your prayer for Black relationships between child and parent, for the Black community at large? Because that's my first question. And my second question is, where do you see Dear Black Parents? Because now I'm having I don't know what I'm going to call it, but we have the second edition. You have included more chapters. There definitely though has to be a thing where it's a conversation. Yes, it's that with another author, preferably a male, so that they can have it from a male's lens.
For sure. My prayer for Black families, I love that. If we're going to heal, let it be glorious. It's for glorious relationships where the elders are grooming the young. The elders are grooming the young in glory and in the Black magic that we are, where the elder women are teaching the younger women how to be gracious, and the elder men are teaching the younger men how to be strong and how to lead their families. We were always a people that led with strength but also grace, known for how we respect ourselves. And I want that and our pride. And that is my prayer, and that will come in how the Black man and the Black woman talk to each other with the utmost respect, with the I worship the ground you walk on. That's my prayer. That's my prayer.
And I feel like really as a Black community, because for so long and in so many things we say we were this, and then segregation happened to us, and then oppression happened to us, and so now we are this. For so long we are not taking responsibility, like our parts. Okay, fine, this happened to us, but what is happening by us? What is happening because we are dictating it?
Yeah, for sure.
So the greater scale, the larger scale of your healing for Black communities is, let's go back to what we were.
If we're gonna heal, let it be glorious. And we are the ones we've been waiting for.
Absolutely.
I
love it so much. And people must please, next year, but it's almost next year, it's August now.
Yeah, for
almost
sure. The book, we don't know when the book is going to be out, but we will definitely do a big hype about it. We'll do a big conversation. Exciting. It's going to be exciting.
And my heart is saying it must be available in schools.
Yeah, for sure.
Not as a curriculum, no, but
yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. But for where do I see the book? Man, it's such a good book. It will do what it needs to do.
And you trust what it's going to do. I
trust what it's going to do, because it's not about Sbabatso. It's not about, it really isn't.
Do you feel, because we are servants and we are here to do God's work, do you feel you've delivered with this book?
I felt I delivered with the first edition. I used to say, if I never write again, I've done my work.
I saw you say that and I was like, it's the fact that this is only the beginning.
That's how I feel, and I am so I feel honored that we are able to have a second edition, because it feels like we're able to perfect and say it well, what needs to be said. And again, I still feel, I know if I never write again, I've written, I've said, I've done my part.
But I'm so proud. Like, really, if you look inside my heart, it's oozing. So proud. Coming from your journaling, all of that, and it has now materialized into you today. You're but you will release your second edition of your second book. I'm just like, so happy. Very, very happy. Yeah. So thank you. That's our wrap.
Oh, okay.
Thank you everyone for watching and
no more questions.
Listening. I don't have any questions from my side. Would you like to add for closing?
For closing,
parting words.
Let's heal. Let's take our healing seriously.
Yes.
Let's take our healing seriously. When we heal ourselves, we heal the next generation, we heal the people that will come into contact with us. Let's take our healing so seriously. Undi, oh my word, I quote Undi every conversation, but Undi
is such a great person.
Undi,
from what you say,
right? I love that. It's the fact that I love that. It's the fact that I talk about Undi all the time, and Undi always says, he always posts, the children are watching. He'll say, the children are watching. Let's not act like the children are watching. And so we look at the kids to see what's going on in our society. If you want to know where we are as a community, look at the children. What's going on with our children? That's who we are, because that's what we've raised and that's what we've put out. And so really, sissy, great sissy, all these people, it's just okay, let's look at the children. Let's look at what's coming, because they are what's coming out of us. And we look at the kids, and they tell us what's going on in our society. They tell us where we are as a community. And looking at the children now we're not doing good. We're not doing right by these kids. We are not doing right by these kids.
And even if it wasn't done right by us, at some point we need to take charge.
And now the kids are paying for it. Look at where we are. Look at the children. We have children who don't know who they are. We have children who are posting half-naked bodies on socials for affirmations. We have the highest rate of suicide amongst children. Look at the children. They are telling us what's going on in society.
And it breaks my heart. It breaks my heart, because then our parents, older generations, will say, I saw like depression. Need depression at school. And take it so lightly.
Yeah. So look at the children.
But it's actually it's a cry for help. I think.
For sure. It's a pay attention.
Sure. And the part about being serious about our healing, being intentional, because it's one thing to say, I'm gonna heal, I'm healing, and it's another thing when you are putting in the actual work.
Actually, yeah, for sure.
Song, and we go to social media, healing, and we type all these beautiful things, but the work, the work, that's the part where we must show up in numbers on. So thank you. Yes, we must do another one in my car.
Yes, girl.
Yes.
You can press